Hi everyone, me and my mom here, we're going to teach you a practice called the 4 Golden Wheels. It's my favorite of the standing Qigong practices. So Mom, will you tell me what it's all about?
Okay, so this practice is called the 4 Golden Wheels, and Jocelyn and I learned it from our Qigong teacher, Robert Pang. He's got a lot of videos and resources online at robertpang.com if you're interested. He's amazing. He also has a beautiful book out called The Master Key, and really quick, funny story about that. I used to read it to Jocelyn starting when she was about 6 years old. The first half is all about Robert's life and how he met his master, and it's super magical. It reads almost like science fiction. It's just a beautiful story. So one night we were getting ready for bed, and Jocelyn said to me,
Mom, will you read me the Master Key?
And for some reason my brain was just not computing right, and I just couldn't understand what she said, and I go, what? And she says,
the Master Key, Mom.
And I still couldn't understand, and so then I just wasn't hearing it right, and so then she really slows down and gets these big wide eyes, and she says,
the Master Key.
And what I literally heard and then repeated back to her was, you want me to read Dumbass Turkey? And then she goes, the Master Key, Mom, Robert's book. And finally it clicked, and we laughed so hard that we cried. Anyway, The Master Key is a beautiful book if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Qigong and Robert Pang. So here's the 4 Golden Wheels. The 4 Golden Wheels practice is done to cultivate general health, well-being, happiness. And so we work with these 4 golden wheels, and the 4 wheels are the upper dantian, middle dantian, and lower dantian, which are the 3 major energy cauldrons or centers within the central channel. The upper dantian would be the center of your, what Robert calls wisdom chi, or your mind and thoughts. The middle dantian is the center for your, what Robert calls love chi, or your emotional well-being and harmony. And then the lower dantian, which is located 2 to 3 fingers below the navel in the center of the body, is the center for your vitality chi, or your physical health, energy, and well-being. So those are 3 wheels. The 4th wheel is the central channel, which is like a superhighway of light that runs from crown to perineum, just in front of the spine. It's about 3 inches wide and 2 inches deep. So that's the 4th of the golden wheels, the central channel. And when all of these wheels are in harmony, working together, yeah, when we cultivate the energy in these energy centers, then our life flows, we're happy, we're healthy, all the good things. Okay.
All the good things.
All the good things. So we'll start with our feet hip width distance apart and parallel. So you just want to make sure that you're not turning the toes out. And then go ahead and lock the knees back just to see what that feels like. And we don't bend the knees, but we unlock the knees. The pelvis is lengthening down towards the ground, so you're not tilting it underneath, but you're also not spilling it forward. So you're lengthening the tip of the tail down towards the earth. Standing up nice and tall, the crown lifts up towards the sky, and then we'll scrunch the shoulders up just to see what tension feels like. Take a deep breath in and relax the shoulders. So we're standing nice and tall, but relaxed. And then we will close the eyes and simply tune in. So listening as if you're listening for a sound coming from far, far away. Or listening almost as if you were listening with every single pore of skin covering your body. So it's almost like a cross between listening and feeling. You are sensing everything in this present moment. So the first part of the practice is shaking. And we'll start by bending at the knees and shaking the arms up and down. The arms are hanging by your sides like ropes. Everything is letting go. So the skin is hanging on the muscles. The muscles are hanging on the bones. And the bones are dangling almost like marionettes dangling from strings. The head might be bobbing up and down like a buoy out in the ocean. So we're shaking up all the energy in our energy body, in the meridians, the whole energy field. The organs inside the abdomen are gently bobbing up and down. And then from here, we're going to use a little more force and we'll shake the hands down, almost like you're trying to dry your hands and you don't have a hand towel. Shaking the hands down. And then we'll shake the hands forward. And then shaking the hands back behind you. Shaking the hands up above. And out to the sides. And then down again, below by your sides. And then we'll pause. Ooh. Take a moment to catch the breath. And notice the tingling in your hands. And allow that tingling to spread up your arms, into your shoulders, neck, and head. Spilling down the torso, into the hips, the legs, the feet. And maybe even noticing how this feeling of tingling or fuzziness or aliveness extends off your body. So our energy does not end at our skin. Our present personality field extends 3 feet out in all directions. This is our personal signature hum matrix of energy, completely unique in the entire universe. And it's almost as if we've just given that energy a good shake, and we are allowing it to spontaneously reorganize in a more beneficial, more naturally intelligent pattern. The second part of this 4-part practice is swinging. So keeping the eyes closed, we will begin to swing the arms back and forth, catching a little momentum with a bend in the knees. So it's almost like a little double bounce in the knees. So you'll bend the knees as the hands swing back, and then you sort of straighten the knees as the hands come forward. And the palms, when they come up to the top of the swing, are facing in towards your face, almost like you're scooping this beautiful universal energy onto your face, washing your face with fresh energy. And you can even lift your heart at the top of the swing. So it's not quite a back bend, but you might lift your heart and your face a little bit up towards the sky. Robert always says, teaches, if you're too hot, you can swing to the north or south pole. Or if you're cold, you can maybe swing to the tropics or the sun. It's like we're on a giant cosmic swing. And our hands are like magnets, swinging through space, collecting universal energy. Okay, and the next time you're at the top of your swing, go ahead and pause, and we'll all meet with the palms facing in towards the face. So we have all this beautiful universal chi, life force energy that we've collected in our hands, and we're going to let it radiate into our skin, and we'll move the hands in a circle over the face, smoothing the skin, making yourself very beautiful. And this energy this healing energy may even penetrate a little deeper past the skin, into the sinuses maybe, or the jaw, or the eyes, or maybe even penetrating all the way back into the tissues of the brain. And then we'll switch directions, so it doesn't matter which direction you go in first, clockwise or counterclockwise. We're just circling the face in one direction and then switching directions. Good, and then bringing the hands up above the head, palms facing down, and we'll slowly just guide the energy down. Sealing the energy into the lower dantian, palm over palm. So again, the lower dantian is 2 to 3 fingers below the navel. In the center of the body. And then from here, we'll bring the hands back down to our sides, preparing ourselves for the third golden wheel of the 4 golden wheels practice. We're going to stretch the hands out to the sides, palms facing down until we get to shoulder height, and then we'll bring the hands into prayer position. We'll take a deep breath in here, cultivating an inner smile. So actually bringing a smile to your face. In fact, it can be helpful to recall a happy thought or memory. So I'm going to give you all a minute to just think of something that literally turns up the corners of your mouth. You can't help but smile when you think this thought or recall this memory. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, stretch the arms out to the sides, palms facing down. When you reach shoulder height, we're going to circulate the hands. You can even bend the knees, and then we're going to scoop the energy up towards the sky, gathering. We'll bring the hands down, palms facing down, noticing the energy around your upper dantian as you pass by the upper dantian, the quality of the energy in the middle dantian as you pass by the center of the chest, and the lower dantian in the low belly. And then meridian massage. We're gonna just sweep the hands down the inner thighs, the tops of the feet, coming around to the backs of the heels, and then up the backs of the legs, up the back body until you can't bring your hands up any higher, and then they come through the armpits, and we do this kind of blossoming gesture where we come back to prayer position. Smile. Noticing if there is a shift in the way your energy feels as you physically smile. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, stretching the arms out. Exhale, turn and circulate the hands, bend the knees. Inhale, gathering energy up. Exhale, pouring energy down, passing by upper dantian, middle dantian, and lower dantian. Meridian massage. Down the inner legs, tops of feet, all the way up the backs of the legs. The bladder meridian runs up the back side of the legs and the back body, coming through the armpits, back to prayer position, back to your smile. The smile may be ready and waiting for you if you need to go back to your happy thought. You can. If you need to pick a new happy thought, if the other one ran out of juice, that's okay too. Breathe into your smile. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, stretching the arms out, palms facing down. Exhale, turn and circulate the hands and the energy. Inhale, scooping up. Exhale, pouring down. Inner leg meridian massage. Bending the knees to come all the way down. If you can't go all the way down, you can just go down with your mind. If you can't physically, blossoming the hands, coming back to center. If you can't physically bend the knees and reach all the way down with your hands to the tops of your feet, you can stay standing and literally in your mind just envision yourself giving that pathway of energy a massage. Let's do one more cycle. Breathe into your smile. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, stretching the arms out. Exhale, circulate the energy. Inhale, gathering energy up. Exhale, pouring the energy down. Upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian, meridian massage. Up the back body. Through and back to prayer. Find your smile one last time, noticing the quality of the energy within you and all around you. Just noticing, no judgment. Being present with what is here now. And then we'll release the hands down by the sides. So we'll prepare our stance for the fourth part of the Four Golden Wheel practice. We're going to widen our stance a little bit. So our feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width or hip width distance apart. Still slightly bent or unlocked. And from here, we're going to stretch the arms out to the sides, and we're going to bring the arms all the way up overhead, palms facing in towards the upper dantian. Relax the shoulders. Let go of any tension, unnecessary holding in the jaw, the face, the shoulders especially, are places where that tension likes to hide. And we imagine that the light of the sun is streaming in through one palm and the light of the moon through the other. So we have the yin and yang energies from the celestial bodies, the sun and the moon, a sun being yang, masculine, and the moon being the yin or feminine energy. And this light, this pure light from the sun and the moon, is streaming in through the palms into the upper dantian, cultivating that upper dantian cauldron of energy, center for our wisdom chi. Relax the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to stretch the arms up and out towards the sky. And then we're going to bring the hands back together, gathering up heaven chi. And then we'll bring the hands down in front of us as if they're holding an imaginary ball of light. And we'll spread that ball of chi or light down into the earth, bending the knees. And then scooping the earth chi up, bringing the hands up in front of the body, spreading the earth chi out and above, and then gathering heaven chi, bringing the heaven chi down and into the earth. So, I'm going to scooch back a little bit. So just continuing this motion. And although the hands are moving in front of the body, as well as above and below, the energy, the movement of the energy is really mirrored in the central channel. So we're moving energy from heaven to earth and earth to heaven through the central channel. So we as human beings literally become a channel or a conduit between heaven and earth, substance and spirit, particle and wave if you're more science-minded, above and below, whatever your personal metaphor is there, mother, father. So you could do this with a deep bend in the knees, or you could even do it without bending the knees, but just sending the energy down and up. So I'll demonstrate now what that would look like if you weren't wanting to or able to bend the knees so deeply. And neither way is wrong or right or more correct. So we are channeling energy. Notice if you can tune into the actual experience of the energy in between your hands, so it becomes less of an exercise in visualization and more of an actual experience in tangibly feeling or sensing the energy. Can you actually feel this ball of energy between your hands and feel how it expands when you pull the hands apart, and how the energy comes back together, condenses when you bring the hands closer together? And then maybe do one more cycle or one more half cycle depending on where you are. So we're gonna meet up again with the legs straight and the ball up above our heads. We'll expand up above in the heaven chi one more time, and then we'll bring the hands back to our opening posture of the palms facing in towards the upper dantian. Shoulders, head and neck relaxed. You can even kind of bobble the head and wiggle the shoulders to remind yourself to let go there. Knees might be slightly bent. If you wanted, you could hold this posture. If you were really wanting to go for it, you could hold this posture in more of a horse stance, coming down all the way into a deep squat, or standing tall. Energy of the sun beaming in, pouring in through one hand, and the moon streaming in through the other. And then we'll bring the palms to face each other and we'll guide this ball of energy down in front of the body until we come to rest at the level of the lower dantian. You can toe heel your feet together back to a more comfortable shoulder width or hip width distance standing posture. And we'll do a little bit of Lachi, expanding and contracting the hands, leading with the wrists. The fingertips drag behind, so it's almost like your hands are like two fish tails moving through water. As we pull the hands apart, we ever so gently shift the weight back towards the heels, and as we bring the hands in, we ever so gently shift the weight forward towards the toes, not lifting toes or heels, just a very subtle shifting of the weight. So inhale, the hands move away from each other, leaning back. Exhale, contracting the hands in, leaning slightly forward. And then from here, we'll bring the hands closer and closer together, condensing the ball of energy in between our hands until it's small enough to fit in one palm. And then we'll guide that ball of energy into the lower dantian, sealing the energy in palm over palm. And with the top hand, doesn't matter which one's on top or on bottom, you can create a lock by bringing your thumb to meet your middle finger, so that you can lock the top hand over the bottom hand, and that way you completely let go of your shoulders and elbows, so you're not using the strength of your arm or your arms to hold the hands up. You can let go of the muscles. Sealing the energy in palm over palm. And then today we are going to simply seal the energy of our practice in with 3 short pulses into the lower body, into the lower dantian rather. So pressing gently into the lower dantian, into the low belly 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Sealing the energy of the 4 golden wheel practice in. And then go ahead from here, and you can either stay standing, you can release your hands down by your sides, or if you'd like, you can sit down or lay down. And after any Qigong practice, you always want to take at least 3 minutes to simply soak in the Qi field that you've just cultivated, and receive all of the benefits of your practice. So Jocelyn and I are going to lay down and go ahead and soak in the Qi. We say, I am in Qi, Qi is in me, and I'm going to vow to everybody who joined us today, thank you for practicing the 4 golden wheels with Jocelyn and I.